to Daisy. Daisy will look into a scenario in which all of the North American and South American nations unite into the American order. And the first thing they do is they go after Russia. They don't really need support. They're just doing whatever they want. So yeah, probably the strongest nation. Oh wait, they are, because America's in it. Maybe even stronger than Russia and China combined. And I'm going to war with Russia. Oh, China and North Korea decides to join, along with Pakistan. India decides to stay neutral, as Iran and their friends join. Yeah, this is the extent of the war, I guess. With getting some allies, which they use, but they don't really get much in return. Mainly they're used for like bases and stuff. And these are the nations that support them. With them having troops in all of these nations. They launch their invasions. They establish stalemates on all their fronts with China and Pakistan, although India continues and manages to take land out. And yes, I'm using a different color than I should be because of a mistake. With them moving into northern Russia. With them just sending Canadians here, they're used to the cold. Well, I'm trying to dominate the world. With American troops in eastern Russia starting a nice invasion. Well, I mean western Russia. With them invading Yemen. With them helping India manage to take out Iran. With Iran surrendering and eventually Syria and Lebanon is taken out. With American forces landing and taking Taiwan, which is not a part of China, but they land there. And they manage to take the coast. As it's really interesting. Well, they managed to seize this much land. And now they start a Caucasus offensive. With them giving very minor pieces of land to all the nations that help them. In comparison, what they take for themselves. But they did do most of the work. It's their justification. Let's see how they divide this area of the lands. And now they go to war with a bunch of nations. And I don't know what they have in common. Honestly, I don't think there's anything weird about the nation lists they're invading. Like, nothing seems out of the ordinary, to be honest. Yeah, nothing out of the ordinary. With their invasion list just basically shifting to be all of North Africa. Okay, they're going to win this for sure. And, well, the American order, you may think, what even is the ideology? Well, I guess it's American fascism. Probably, because order. With them starting their invasion in Arabia. And they managed to seize this. All of Arabia in like a few days. They take over Israel and Palestine, stopping the crisis in that region. And they move all the way to the Sinai Peninsula. But they decide at this point they're going to start a new action plan as they land in the south. This landing becomes, they just need one. Because, well, none of the countries can even resist this attack for some reason. It's like they got too much strength. Well, they land here for good measure because they have no... Hey, I just said they'd only land once. I guess I lied. Or I lied. Or I was wrong. One or the other. With all the major Nigerian cities and all of Nigeria falling in 10 months, resistance organizations still pop up. With northern Libya being invaded and the invasion of Egypt. The invasion of the Nile goes really well as they push all the way to the Nile. And they decide to make an attack here to encircle all the nations. And to stop aid from even possibility of getting in, they invade here. And you may be like, oh, that should be all they'll invade. Well, think again. And, well, an enemy having war declared on. And this includes all of here. all of Central Asia, Mongolia, most of Southeast Asia was put on an enemy list. India managed to get itself on it. I wonder why they would turn on India. With India thinking they're going to not do that bad in this war, within 2 days Mongolia collapses. Yep, how'd they get so much strength? And it turns out this isn't actually America, it's a bunch of aliens running the country with much better technology and better firepower. With India shocked at their losses within like 2 weeks. India was defeated so fast they couldn't even mobilize. Yep. And that's all for today's video. Just kidding, we just need to do one more thing. But that's pretty much all for today's video. But America finds out that everywhere is hiding resources. And they get hungry. Like, really hungry. Like, they declare war on the whole globe! Well, they don't control already. Like, yeah. Now, this is where the idealism looks like. Yeah, I forgot Ukraine, like, extended like that. Yeah, let's fix that. Them landing here with them taking out Britain, because who needs Britain anyways? Britain just oppressed everyone equally. That's not good. And one thing they didn't account for was a really big deal. The Emu Rebellion. Yep, who knew? Who knew that the world would become run by a bunch of emus? With them managing to take all of these lands over, and then they go to Europe and are like, yeah? And then they're like, okay, now for the hard part. Challenge accepted. With the Americans not being able to defeat it, it goes wrong. And by Americans, I don't just mean people living in the US right now, I mean everyone in the American order. With the emus taking over the world. You thought that was how bad it would get. Oh, wait, think again. Guess what just rose up? A bunch of polar bears. And yeah, who knew polar bears could even start a war? Oh no, it gets even worse, guys. Lenin rose. And, well, the world becomes communist once more. And that's all for today's video. Please like, subscribe, and comment. You should subscribe. Oh. And thanks for subscribing. Bye.